Hi everyone, this is the Focus Spender, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 different ways you can reduce your taxable income and increase your buying power. But first, if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. My channel is all about getting out of debt, staying out of debt, increasing your personal net worth, and organizing your finances. So let's get started. Now, I came up with these 5 tips because we recently were just redoing our benefits at work, signing up for our flexible spending account and changing our health insurance and changing our 401k percentages. And I thought about, years ago when I was getting out of debt and I was looking for any and every way to increase the amount of money that I had. And so I thought about the things that I did basically to increase my buying power and also reduce my taxable income. And I'm going to be sharing with you these tips today. So the first 2 tips do not increase your buying power, but they do decrease your taxable income. And I want to say these tips are for the average person. This is not for the multimillionaire who's looking to buy a yacht and write it off. This is I am everyday Joe Schmo, and I want to figure out how to basically reduce my taxable income. Okay, so the first thing is your 401k or your 403b. And basically, that is how you save for retirement. You can do up to $18,500 in the year 2018, which is now. And if you're over the age of 50 and you had not been funding, properly in the past, you're allowed an additional $6,000 as a catch-up plan. I don't know if that's $6,000 every year for a number of years or just a $6,000 one-time catch-up fee. So if you're over the age of 50, you should definitely look and see what exactly that entails. Now, the second thing you can do is to fund a traditional IRA. And the max you can do in the year 2018 right now is $5,500. And if you're over the age of 50, you can do $6,500. So I know there are 2 schools of thoughts, should you do a traditional IRA or should you do a Roth IRA? And the difference is that, or what people say is that if you think your tax bracket is going to be lower than it is now when you retire, then you should do the traditional IRA. And that means that you are funding your IRA pre-tax. If you think your tax bracket is going to increase when you retire, then you should use you should do a Roth IRA. But for the purposes of this video, if you're looking to reduce your taxable income, you're going to do the traditional IRA. Now, my next 3 tips are basically to increase your buying power. And the way it works is that you're basically paying for items with pre-tax money. And so you're still getting the items, but you're also reducing your taxable income. Now think about this. Let's say, and this is going to require a little bit of math, let's say you make $50,000 and you are able to use $10,000 to buy something pre-tax. Now you're getting tax on $40,000 and you're still able to spend your $10,000. Whereas if you are making $50,000 and then you spend the $10,000, you're still being taxed on $50,000. So the whole goal is whatever you possibly can buy with pre-tax money, you really need to do this. Here are numbers 3 through 5 in my tips. Third, you can do your flexible spending account. Flexible spending account allows you to buy healthcare related items. You can buy, your glasses, your contact lenses. You can pay for your co-pays when you go to the doctor. Years ago, I got adult braces and my braces cost $4,000. And this is before I was on the whole debt-free Dave Ramsey kick. What I did was I got a medical loan, and it was an interest-free loan for 24 months. And as long as I made all my payments on time for 24 months, I would be able to pay off the loan interest-free. And thankfully I did that. But once I signed up for the loan, that's when I learned about flexible spending accounts. And I remember, at our benefits meeting, I asked them 10,000 different ways. Are you sure I can use my FSA to pay off on my medical loan. And I remember they said yes. They said yes. They said yes. And then I tried it, and then it worked. So basically, I was spending about $2,000 a year on my medical loan. And so that was about like around $200 a month, or a little bit less. I can't do the math that quickly right now. And what I did, I would pay my loan, and then I would send the documentation back to the benefits provider, and then I would get a check for the exact same amount that I made in my payment. So it was almost like I was recycling money, because every month I would pay the loan, send the documents in, and then I would get a check. I would pay the loan, send the documents in, and then I would get a check. And the check basically was them refunding my money. And so I was reducing my taxable income, and I was paying down on my loan. And I did that in 2 years. Braces were paid off, no interest. The fourth thing you can do is a dependent care. So if you're a parent, or if you have, elderly parents that you take care of, you can set aside $5,000 a year for their care. If you're a parent and your child is under the age of 13, you can do this. And it's basically to pay for after school care, babysitting in certain situations, summer camp. All of my girlfriends who have children do this. But the one thing you have to know is that if you're married, it's $5,000 per household. If you're single, well, then it's $5,000 for you. But if it's you and your spouse, then it's a total of $5,000, and it's not $5,000 per child. It is just $5,000. But basically, again, if you're going to be spending, on summer camp or whatever anyway, you might as well do it with pre-tax money. Your paycheck will be a little bit smaller, but it's not going to be reduced by the amount that you're going to be spending on that summer camp. And the fifth thing that you can do to reduce your taxable income and increase your personal buying power is to enroll in commuter benefits. So in a state like New York, you can pay for your mass transit, you can pay for your parking. And I just learned that you can also pay for your Uber pools, because Uber pools they're trying to function like mass transit. There's like a certain number of people that can be in the car, that has to be in the car, so it's like mass transit. But it's, again, if you're going to be riding the subway, if you're going to be using Uber, and it's not Uber during working hours, it's Uber like any time of the day. Uber pools any time of the day, using your Commuter Benefits card, then you can pay for that tax-free. Every state is different, but I know in my state that's what we have, but every state has something, so that's something you should definitely look into. So there you have it. Those are my 5 tips to reduce your taxable income and to increase your personal buying power. I've done everything but the dependent care. One day I will definitely be doing that. So I hope you like this video. If you do, please be sure to click like, leave any comments you have below. If you have other ways to reduce your taxable income, definitely leave some comments below. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. You can follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Bogus Spender. Thanks. Bye-bye.